Hey survivors, Tin Pony here. Today we're going to run a lumber mill, a sawmill. Boy, is it a sawmill. First thing you're going to need in order to get your sawmill running right is a lumberjack shirt and suspenders. Steel toe boots don't hurt. Okay, this is my sawmill and it's probably the most resource intense thing I've made. I try to keep my builds cheap, but what we've got here is 11 collectors, 22 blades. Each blade on its own bearing is 22 bearings. We've got uh, 4 refinery bots, 2 chests, a bunch of glass pipe connecting the chests, 3 controllers, and a switch. And basically, the controllers run the bearings. As I said, each blade has its own bearing, and each bearing is hooked up to a controller. A little close up here, there are slots in this slanted piece that the bearings mount in, and then the blades mount on the bearing. It's pretty simple build, really. Um, but like I said, it is resource rich. This is not a cheap build, but once we start running it, I think you'll see. I think it's worth it, and I think you'll see why. Um, Collected some lumber here, and if you want to see, there's some trees. And if you want to see how I do logging, I've got a new video on that. But the uh, the controllers are all level 5, and they are loaded up on the bearings. Um, First spot set to 0, second spot to 360, and the rest of them are 0, and you do that for each bearing. Um, the the chests act as splitters, so I only needed 2 chests. Uh, the 4 refinery bots. Each refinery bot will pull from 3 collectors. So this first one will pull from the first 3 collectors. The second one will pull from 4, 5, and 6. The third one pulls from 7, 8, 9. And the last one only has 2 because this is built long enough to take the longest big log that you can cut down. As long as you don't weld extra parts on it, it'll fit. And to figure out the spacing on these blades, what I did was took a piece of unrefined wood, which is the same as chunks of wood, and I've spaced these blades so each section gets 2 blades. That way it won't be kicking them around, and they'll stay pretty flat in there. Let me put this away. But it actually works pretty good. So let's stop talking and try it out. Turn it on. Runs really quiet. And we'll go out here and find the longest big chunk of wood. Now this one did not split at the stump, so it's got everything on it that you could possibly have without welding extras. We'll just cut it free. We'll cut this whole end free. You want to see how I get these over here? How I do logging? I log cheap. I am very cheap on my logging technique. Um, we'll run a few of these, and if you want to see the logging video, I'll put a link to it up at the end of this video. Just click on it and go watch it. But okay, we're going to weld this onto one of the blocks at the other end of the sawmill. Then we'll remove the block and it'll fall down in the trough. And if it's sparking, it's working. Now sometimes, I don't know if there's a branch collision or what, but I knock all the branches off before I wrap them up. Sometimes I'm thinking those invisible branches are hanging up the log from falling, because this should all just fall right into the blades at the same time. But like I was saying, you can see why I don't mind spending the resources on this build. This is one of the most satisfying builds I've done too. Grab another one. And I try not to cut all my logs loose at once because, you know, frame rate. Put another one up there. And sometimes I don't just cut one log off. Sometimes it'll be more than one. And that really hasn't been a problem. I got plenty of posts hanging out around here that I can just cut them loose and let them fall in the water, or weld them to something else. Okay, and that's exactly what I did here. I got the shoot. I think I got 6 or 8, 7. Should put another step in there, but I don't think I can spare the wood. I'm kidding. And I'm kidding about the logging shirt. You can wear your golf clothes to do this. Let's see if we can unstick these so I can drop them down, at least one of them down in there. Yeah, now we can put this big one in. This one, I think the butt end broke off, but we're gonna stand here and watch this. I just love the way this melts away. Machine shops, the bosses have a saying. They'll come by and say, "Why are you standing there watching the machine run?" "I want to make sure it runs right." "Well, when you're at home, do you watch your washing machine run?" "Well, no. Just let it do its job. Go over there and grab a broom while you're waiting." "Okay. But I'll tell you what, when I go to a laundromat, I watch the dryer run, because you can watch the clothes in there. The red one always falls the same. Red one. Red one always falls the same. It's so satisfying. See, while it's doing this, I could be out getting the next log, but I'm gonna let you see in this video. And if you get one that's a little stubborn, you go ahead and take your hammer and just give it a whack. It'll go. That's convenient. Now these, see, as long as it's sparking, it's fine. It's cutting. But some of these have a bow in them. Like I said, there's some invisible branch collision in there. But if you cut a chunk out of the middle, it's like it breaks the surface tension and it'll all go at once. I really want to do another big one, but we got some loose ones here. And we'll do them first because frame rate. And this whole sawmill is supported right now by one post, so it should be easy to move. The same way I moved the logs when they're all put together like this. Because when I log, I clear cut. I'll take everything out of an area. I mean, if I'm already there, might as well move the mill over. And my logging truck, if you watch my logging video, my logging truck it's funny. It's funny, but it works. And like I said, I log cheap. Most of these smaller logs, I'll just take them with the hammer because it's so much easier than trying to drive a truck around in the brush and all of that. But I'll get all the little, yeah, some lumberjack can't even jump over a log. I'll do all the little trees first, all of them that I can get with my hammer, and build them into a raft. And then forgot to put your wood on there, didn't you, dummy? So I'll do all the trees I can do with a hammer in one spot, and then I'll take my little saw rig and go around and cut the big trees. And once all the trees are gone, I can get in with the miner and do some strip mining. It just makes that kind of progression just makes everything easier for me. Now, one thing I'm not doing in this video is the little birch trees. The little birch trees they're okay in here, but sometimes they'll just split up into pieces and get stuck over by the collectors. They don't hurt anything in there. I can throw another log on top of it, but I really like it to be reasonably clean when I put another log in. Oh, we got a twofer. Did I remember to put wood up there? Yay! There's my lumber mill. And again, I realize how it's very resource heavy. It's it's a big build. But look at this. It's so satisfying. It's just melt those logs. One more. One more and then I'll finish the video. One more, just one more. Just one more. Yeah, I got some unrefined wood stuck in it here. Like I said, I don't think that makes any difference, but I'll just pull them out and throw them in the collectors. It's not like I got a lot else to do. I tried one of these with pistons, and the pistons went all wonky and stuff, and that's when I decided, what the heck, I'll build one that works. If you enjoyed this, thank you. I enjoyed making it, and I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching.